everybody, this is Ingrid Vanderveldt, and you're on the road with IB, here today in segment number 2 with Paolo Colonnello, all the way from Santiago, Chile, the CEO of Bligoo. Hello, Paolo. Nice to see you again.
Hi, Ingrid. Hi, everybody.
Hi. I'd like to also mention to our viewers the fact that Paolo is down in Santiago. We are having a bit of a delay in the conversation, so hang tight with us. We have a great conversation in store for you, and we apologize about that delay. So, Paolo, you were just telling us about one of your biggest challenges that you had to overcome in starting Bligoo, and you said it was really struggling for cash. I mean, you started the company with $50,000, and you really didn't have a lot of cash to do a lot of things with. So why didn't you go out and raise more money?
Well, in my second company, I raised almost $1 million, and I realized that raising money is actually asking for a loan. So when you have a loan of $1 million or $10 million or whatever behind you, you have a different kind of stress. So we choose a different strategy to creating a Blue company, and we have a tactical side where we develop projects for customers, and that's why we choose this bootstrapping instead of raising money.
Well, let me ask you about that, because this is your third company, and you mentioned the second company was funded with close to $1 million, and I thought that was an investment. Was that actually a loan that you took?
No, it's an investment, but when you have investors that give you that kind of money, they behave as a loan. So you have responsibilities, and you don't have the flexibility to create or to develop or to experiment as in the case of where you are bootstrapping, where you have a lot of more freedom.
Well, let me ask you this then, because a lot of entrepreneurs and a number of them watching this show have also had companies that have been funded, and those companies have not worked out, and they've lost the investor money. So what happened to you after that company went away? Did you try to pay the investors back? Was it a business loss? How did you deal with that mentally?
No, actually, well, we were able to redesign the company to be absorbed from the parent company that was the ones that were giving us the investment. So they didn't lose the money. Actually, the company was transformed in an internal project for that company. So they were very happy for that. But I and my other partners lose the company and our dream to make something big. So that was very stressful and depressing, of course. But it also that gave us the strength to the knowledge to create this other company with all the insight and emotions that we learned from that.
So what was it? And thank you for being so authentic in your answers, because you're touching on something that so many of us deal with, and that is when an idea doesn't work out. And so you lost this company, but then went out to start this amazing one and create a product like Bligoo. But what was the time frame between the loss of that last company and then starting Blue Company, which is the company that Bligoo is part of?
Well, actually, the time frame was like 6 months, something like that. Then on the moment then we close the first company, we start working in the next idea or what we will do for the future. And none of my partners want to get jobs. Everybody want to keep developing their own company. And we took the same team and we formed this other company after 6 months of our closing the second company.
So how did you support yourself? I mean, were you making any money? How did you live during that time frame?
Well, not spending. It's a good way of living when you don't earn any money. Or also we made small consulting jobs, or some part of the team get part-time employments or that kind of stuff, working weekends. Actually, it was a very tough time because we don't have any certainty about the future. At some point, we raised a little bit of seed money, and we create our board of advisors. And in that moment, we got our first customers that give us the point to really start a Blue company.
Oh, wow. I mean, Paolo, what an interesting story. And so today, when you mentioned that you started Bligoo with $50,000, was that money that you made off of revenue from your clients, or was that friends and family money? I think you mentioned it was friends and family money. Is that correct?
Yes. It was friends and family money. And from that to up was always customers' money. We were developing projects or consulting works for different customers, and we create long-term contracts with them to allow to have long-term cash flow, and we destinate some part of that cash flow to develop our own products like Bligoo.
So in summary then, just for our learning purposes, so it sounds like even after the failure of it wasn't even a failure, but after the failure for you and your partners of that last company, you all continued to keep going forward. You dove right into the next development, which ended up being Blue Company and ultimately Bligoo. You supported yourself through odd jobs, consulting jobs here and there, and you've really funded the organization through revenue and then some friends and family money. Are you paying yourself anything today?
Today? Yes. No, definitely. The company has positive cash flow, and
that's good.
And yes, I can go snowboarding and all that kind of stuff. But cash flow now is no any problem. We have crossed that bridge, and now the question is how to make history. That's the question that we have.
Oh, fantastic. Because let's talk about that when we go into segment number 3. Tell us real quick, how many people do you have working with you now, Bligoo?
It's 22 in all Blue company, and the Bligoo team it's about 12, I think. And the other part of the team work in different kind of projects that allows us to have cash flow to support the development of Bligoo.
Sharing all of that information with us, Paolo, and it's such a pleasure to talk to you, and such an inspiring story as well. And we look forward to seeing you in segment number 3, where we talk about the future of Bligoo and also some of the lessons learned. So thanks again, Paolo. We'll see all of you in segment number 3. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.